Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. We did have a sale yesterday, but because of this, they're not having a sale today. But if you look outside, it's bright, sunny, a little bit of breeze, a few clouds, no rain, no storm. It's well west of us. But if you look at the path and the direction of where they're predicting the storm to go, it's going right into the area where these calves are going. Buyers from the northern part of the state, buyers in Alabama, Georgia, all the trucks that are loaded out of Florida have to go right up where that storm's passing over. So it's not because we wanted to be closed. We'd rather be selling cattle than anything in the world. But we were closed today for the betterment of mankind and beast alike. We don't want to put cattle in harm's way or people and drivers with semis full of cattle in the path of a storm. So the buyers made a good call Monday pretty early that they were going to be closed for business on Tuesday and Wednesday and not be taking any more cattle. So if we'd have had a sale today, we'd have been looking for some buyers because we wouldn't have had any, and your cattle wouldn't have sold for near what you would have wanted them to. So we're just looking out for the betterment, and cattle are still in the pasture. There's plenty of grass. Actually, conditions are better. It's drying up a little bit, and we'll probably get a little rain off this storm, but these cattle sure are holding their own good, and these prices aren't going anywhere. So time really is on our side. And the way I see it, these calf prices are holding good, and when the supply starts going down after the summer months, it's going to probably get better. Cow prices are holding their own, even though they were quoted off a couple dollars, maybe $2 or $3 off. You couldn't really tell it on these big good cows bringing well over $1, and bulls are bringing over $1.20 or better. So it's good. And we're just now getting into the crunch of the fat cattle market. Packers are processing a lot of cattle. They processed over 620,000 head last week. They're looking at probably doing that again this week, even though they have slowed their chain speeds because they were losing money there for a little bit. They were cutting back their kill and trying to let that box beef price, the retail price, go back up a little bit more, and it has. And we're getting close to Labor Day. That's next week. As soon as this heat breaks, those barbecue grills are going to be coming out, and people are going to be outside grilling. Football season's here, tailgate parties, and all that. And if you add all that up all across the country, that is a lot of beef fixing to get eaten. And there's just not as many cows as it was before. Inventory's down. And it's going to be good for these prices here for a little while down the road. They're saying that 2024 is when we're really going to see the crunch as far as the inventory goes. So that is a very, very bullish report if you are in the cattle business, if you own cattle and are a cow-calf producer. Get ready, because we're fixing to have some good times ahead of us, barring, as we always say, any kind of a catastrophic worldwide universal thing. Who knows? I don't know. You can't turn on the TV anymore without another indictment of Trump, and every time the press says anything about it, more people jump on his bandwagon. They're just helping him get more people on his side, which is kind of funny. You know, they hate him that bad, and that's all they talk about, but it sure is adding fuel to the fire. But politics aside, economically, things are looking good. Input costs, fertilizer's down, corn's down, fuel's probably going up a little bit, and we need to get back to opening up our own supplies of oil there. I hate being dependent on foreign countries for our fuel. It doesn't put us in a very healthy, very strong position. So maybe after this current administration is out and the new one comes in, we'll get some of that changed. So yeah, calf prices were extremely good, especially on these 5 and 6 weight calves, even 7 weight calves, which we're seeing a lot of these heavier calves right now this time of year. The 5 weight calves are bringing still up there around 250, 260 on the front end steers. The 6 weights are bringing 220 to 230, and the 7 weight steers are bringing up there about 210 to 220. So do the math on that. It's adding up quite a bit. Labor Day's ahead of us. Labor Day Rodeo weekend. Pete Clemens Memorial Rodeo, named after, in memory of my father. And you know, what a great guy, what a good dad, and a legend as far as the cattle industry goes and rodeo. He was something else. He was one of a kind, and it's an honor to have that rodeo with his name attached to it. I'd say he pretty much built that rodeo along with Norman Stokes and a whole bunch of others. I know I don't want to start naming names because I'll leave somebody off, but a great group of people started the Cattlemen's Association years ago, and it's still a very viable part of our community, and they do a lot of good in town and for the cattle industry as a whole. We'll be off Monday for Labor Day, so only one sale next week too, which will be on a Tuesday. Hopefully, good Lord willing, no more storms come up. We'll be here Tuesday, and I'd expect there to be a big run, having only one sale this week. Even though it was a good one, we had about 1,860 head of cattle on one day, which is a good day for Monday. So I think, but we'll still be behind, and we'll need to catch up next week. And if the weather, the heat breaks a little bit, and people feel a little bit more like getting up and getting at them, we're going to have a good run of cattle Tuesday. And also next week, let's don't forget about the Rio Ranch cow dispersal, which will be on the Producers Cattle Auction website. Go to Producers Cattle Auction, go to Okeechobee Livestock Market.com. Just go to our website. You can find all the information you need about that. These are mature cows. There'll be some heifers on there too, but these are groups of 15 head per group of mature cows that are bred, ready to have a calf that will fit right into your shipping calf program. And the way things are looking and the way these prices are going, it's going to be maybe a good chance to get you some cows that are already broken in and ready to go from a good place. So that'll be next Thursday, and there's, I don't know, a couple pages of lots of those cows. Go on our website, find that Producers Cattle Auction Rio Ranch dispersal sale. You'll find it on there, and click on there and look at the catalog and see which ones fit your program the best. There's all the way from heifers to cows that are 10 years old that are probably having their last calf, so you could buy that cow for a little bit cheaper. You could let that calf get on up to big enough size and sell it, and probably pay for the whole cow with that calf, and then have the cow left over, let her mend up and sell her back on a high cow market and double your money. So keep that in mind next Thursday. Our high prices of the week are a familiar name, H.H. Parton from St. Cloud, one of the Parton families that support our business and come to our livestock market year after year after year. Good family people, good ranchers. They had a calf that weighed 300 pounds that brought $3.50. That calf was bought by Foy Reynolds. And on the slaughter cow side, SBW Cattle of Moore Haven had a cow that weighed 1,280 pounds. She brought $1.15. That cow was bought by Florida Beef. And also, Rudolfo Martinez, I did remember he sold a big bull, a big Brammer bull, and I think that bull weighed 1,800 pounds, roughly. Around 1,800 pound Brammer bull brought $1.38. That's your market report. Thank you.